All right, what is up, guys? Redovers here, man. Ooh, I did not mean to go here first. I'll come back to that. Boy, okay, and this is a little bit late because I'm doing this challenge late. I've been, I haven't had too much time lately, to be grinding on 2K. So I just, or even gaming in general. So I haven't. That's why I haven't seen. You haven't probably seen a lot of videos from me or anything like that. I barely got time to do a lot of stuff nowadays. Here is one of the few times that I'm bringing a video to you guys. And this one here, I know I was watching a little bit of DBG, and he was talking about this challenge and saying how it was like impossible almost. And at first I was watching like, man, I mean, I think I could do it because at this point I had did a lot. I had did about just about had I at the time I watched the video. I heard about these challenges but didn't know. So it was one here, and you may know about it if you're here already, and you may if you're watching this in the future. If this video has been out a couple days for you, then you're probably just now getting to it, um, or you may even be stuck on it right now. But this 8 rebound challenge was the hardest challenge I think I've ever had to do. Simply because look at the lineup: defeat Invincible Trio, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. Um, that's probably that team. Well, forget the players alone, but just know they're invincible cards, so they're the best possible cards in the game. They're 99 stats for pretty much everything, so they have no weaknesses in their offense or defense. So, let alone winning that game is pretty much iffy at times. Let alone getting 8 rebounds because they're like once again invincible cards, so they don't miss. The only advantage you have is that the difficulty is on Hall of Fame, but that also plays against you as well. So they won't make every single shot, but they will make probably 89% of every open shot anyway. Like they might miss 1 out of 10 open shots, and you may get lucky there. But the thing is, and I played. I thought, okay, this would be a breeze. My very first game, I had got to like six or seven rebounds. I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. And I had a feeling right then and there. I said, I need to go ahead and win and get this challenge done here. If I do not, I guarantee you this will probably take me a lot longer than I thought. But I thought, okay, I think I ended up losing the game or whatever before I got my 8th rebound. I was like, okay, not too bad because like I said, 6 or 7 rebounds that first game, my very first game on the challenge. I said, okay, with Worthy, I said this may not be as bad as I thought. 20 games later, I managed to get the 8 rebounds, but I ended up losing the game. Very close game, very very close game. And then I've just now beat it and got the 8 rebounds. And I'll tell you guys what I did. I had like a bunch of strats going. I had been doing it so long. I was like, my very first few games, I was just on balling Kobe, and I was doing really well. Like I said, my first game, I had 6 rebounds, so I did well there. Was doing well a little bit after that, but yeah, it's just hard to keep that level of focus and defense going. So I was starting to get pretty bad at on balling after a couple games, just because it's just hard to keep that pace going, that defense going. It's just hard after so many games and hours and minutes. So got to a point where I was like, man, okay, I got an off ball here. Figure a way to off ball. That way I can be right in position to get the rebounds. So I decided to off ball with Worthy. That worked out a little bit sometimes, sometimes not. But I learned one thing, and that was that Duncan and Garnett they hesitated to shoot threes. So I said, okay, I can off ball a little bit because they hesitate to shoot, but they will still shoot if they're wide open, and they were gonna pretty much green it every time. So I said, my only chance here is if I get them to take contested shots. Now, Kobe, you off ball. Kobe's gonna take a lot of pull ups. Well, they're gonna take a lot of pull ups in general on fast breaks, things like that. Um, I really wish I recorded the video so you guys could have saw. I want to do another test game just to show you guys what I did, but I'll just kind of explain it first. But pretty much you're gonna have to if you don't get this if you're just not that great of a player where you can just get this done. Okay, two things. First thing I'm gonna say, get off right off the bat, you have to get to a point where if you want to score, you can score. There has to be no point in time where you can't score. if you want to score, you need to be able to score. That right there is like the very first thing. Because if you cannot score, you're gonna have a tough time. Let alone winning the games. If you cannot score, you will not win the games. Let alone uh trying to get a rebound. So scoring is first, or they're just gonna blow you out every time. Once you can consistently score on them, then you should be focused on defense. Like I said, I'm big on baller. I usually on ball, especially on online things like that. But here, Invincible Kobe was a lot to on ball, so I was doing well at first, but then he just really became overbearing. So um, I just switched to off balling. So Dang was guarding Kobe, and I was using Worthy to kind of sit out. I would let me just get this ball out of my hand. I would just kind of sit in this little area here with Worthy, and then Tim Duncan would be out here near the perimeter or something like that. So I would just kind of wait. If Kobe cuts in, I'm gonna cut in. If Kobe does, which this ball, let me, because if he dribbles, it's gonna okay. Hopefully it rolls out. Because if I have to dribble, it's gonna make this harder to demonstrate. Okay, so I would be pretty much here with Garnett. Kobe would come up the floor. Whatever Kobe does, hopefully he just passes the ball. That's the best option. Maybe to Duncan. Then I step up a little bit on Duncan. Then I switch to my off man over here, which would probably be Jimmy Butler. So I'll switch to Jimmy. Then I'll step closer to the paint with Jimmy, just in case Duncan wants to cut in. And then if we'll see what Duncan does next. But right here, I'm positioned to stop the drive if Duncan wants to drive, and Worthy, who I just switched off of, should close out on the three for Duncan. So that right there was kind of primary play. And then from there, it's just to see what happens next. So maybe Duncan drives in, then he may kick out to Garnett in the corner. I'm still here with Butler, so I may come out with Butler. Then I'll switch back to Worthy. And what you don't want to do is if you're closing out, you don't want to stay on this man because I promise you, you close out, they're gonna blow by you. They won't blow by your CPU on defense, but they will blow by you. So just kind of run to them and then switch out, and let them guard them on if they want to drive or whatever. Then you switch back to Worthy, and then maybe Garnett either just sits there or shoots a three or whatever, whatever. But the plan was to just keep constantly going back and forth and blocking this paint area off, switching back and forth. You're always gonna leave either Garnett or Tim open a little bit on three, and then once they get the ball, if they're open on three, they hesitate to shoot. Like I said, so it's not like as soon as they get the ball, they're gonna shoot. So this works out for you. So that gives you time for you to get to them before they can shoot it, and they won't shoot it. Then you switch back to off balling, basically trying to keep this paint area clear. Now, sometimes Kobe will come in. Kobe's really the biggest threat. The other two, who they really kind of, if they drive in, you're actually that's what you want. You may get a lucky contest, not lucky contest, but you're gonna probably get a good contest, and hopefully they miss. Especially if you get a heavy contest, then that's coming off the rim. Hopefully Worthy's the one contesting too, so that's an easy rebound for him. Um, but that's what you really want to go for is just locking his paint up so Tim and Garnett can't get to it. Now Kobe is the next objective. I'll tell you this: you gotta learn to read when Kobe's going to shoot and not. Because if he's gonna shoot, you need to jump with Lillard. Lillard will not jump, and Kobe usually gets easy jumpers and pull-ups. So you need to watch Kobe. Make sure. It's just a lot to explain in game. It's actually be easier just for me to demonstrate in the game. I'm sorry. I should just say to begin with. I'll just redo the game. Obviously, probably won't be able to get it done here. If I do, I would be highly upset that I could do it twice in a row, but I couldn't do it. But I'm just using this. I'm just gonna demonstrate here and explain my thought process. So maybe this can help somebody out. But like I said again, you really need to be able to score every single time. And I could make video on that too, but that would really I don't think people would need that. At least after a couple games anyway, you should just be able to score at ease against these guys. But it's a lot of like um, guarding the ball and crossing, just and hoping you break an ankle or so. And if not, you just hopefully get a bunch of fast breaks and stuff like that from your good defense. So, and there's one crucial thing I'm going to tell you guys in this video. Sorry, I'm going to tell this now. I should have said this at the beginning. There is a secret method I did use. I won't say secret method. I'm just, I guess, a catchy way of saying I had a I did have a way of getting rebounds besides defensive stops because this alone would not get you all 8 rebounds. So here, like I said, Worthy, I'm standing here. Duncan, he usually doesn't sit out the three. He kind of wanders around. You just want to block his path. Okay, so let me switch off to Butler. Here, let me close back in with Worthy. See, I was saying, hopefully Lillard would have got that stop there, but he does not. Now, let me show you guys the method I was using to, obviously, like I said, you should be able to score at ease here. So like I said, I need a bucket. Um, Let me just get one real quick with Worthy. Kind of broke his ankles there. Duncan's ankles, easy cut in. This is not really. I heard it's easier to do that on this next gen. It's like a speed boost tech thing. But obviously, I just broke his ankles or made him stumble, and that's pretty much it. Once again, with Worthy, just kind of off balling here, making sure you block Tim Duncan's lane, because if he gets an easy cut, okay, now I come in, and that's why I'm here. I'm for help defense. Look, Kobe didn't come all the way in the paint, so I couldn't get the stop. He just kind of came short of it, and he usually won't pass out at that point in the game. So remember that. But here's what I was doing to get my final few rebounds. Here and all the way, holding all the way, Worthy right in position, get the rebound right there. He actually should have got it, but I think Duncan's defensive rebound is probably better than my offensive rebounds. So they pull up every single time on the fast break. So that's an easy, predictable, blockable shot right there. I was just too busy talking to really do anything about it. But once again, screen, hold it all the way so you make sure you miss, and then hopefully you're in position to get it. Now, when you do that technique, first thing you want to do, just play the game regularly. Just play a regular game. Regular game. You have to go up before you do that. You have to at least go up by 5 or 7 points um, before you start doing that. Now, I actually managed to get the 8 rebounds within 21 points. My initial method was gonna involve me staying way past the 21 points, like, and that's what I was doing a lot of games. A couple games we went to 30 points, whatever. Just going back and forth until I could get enough rebounds. But then they will eventually. What always got me every time was that they would eventually get a stop on me. Like I said, you want to be able to score on them at will, but you will not be able to score on them at will every single time. I promise you, they're invincible cards for a reason. So here they get another break. See, our defense is falling apart. I need to score to guys, show you guys a little bit more what I do on defense. So I need to score, and another crucial reason of scoring is because it sets you up a little bit, and that's gonna be off. It sets you. See, Kobe, I know he's finna do. He should miss that. Yep. And you always hate when anyone but Worthy gets the rebound, because we don't need you getting rebounds. So here, should be able to. Once your stamina is drained, you just switch the ball and just kind of keep trying to get across. And someone might cut eventually, but I got an open lane here. So just kind of back, forth, cross, cross, cross. Hopefully you get open drive. If you get tired, kick the ball out and watch for cuts. You may have someone cut, so you just pass to the man cutting. So here, just kind of stepping up there with Lillard, so he doesn't get any easy threes. Back on actually, let me switch. I'm guarding the paint here with a Butler there. I should have switched back out just so I didn't have to guard him myself. But yeah, that's the ideal guarding the paint. If I got the stop there, that would have been a rebound. There was actually a perfect play. I should have really got the stop there. Here, I'm just getting shut down on offense because I'm really not focused on scoring. I'm really trying to elaborate on defense. So here, let me go off ball Worthy. Here, he actually shot that. So I was so far out. I shouldn't have been that far out. But Worthy would have got there in time if I wasn't like stupid far out for whatever reason. So here I'm not even scoring, able to score here, but I'm just more so trying to demonstrate on defense. Fast break's also your best friend. Trying to just cover as much as I can. Think about fast breaks. They're so predictable. They're either gonna do a pull up or they're gonna take it inside, and hopefully you can get a stop there. My favorite is if it's a one-on-one fast break with Worthy and Kobe, because Worthy is normally gonna be able to stop Kobe and then get the rebound. So that's normally my favorite. So here, like I said, just want to be able to score. I'm just kind of rushing these just because I'm really trying to really focus on showing you guys defense. But yeah, you just want to be able to score at will here. So it looks like I should be able to go this way. Kobe may stop me. Yep, he did. And that's actually another thing too. There, I didn't get the rebound. But try to score with Worthy as much as possible, because you may look up and get a offensive rebound. So try to focus on scoring with Worthy as much as possible. So as you guys see, like look if I'm not like super focused and locked in, look how hard it is to score. Like most of these attempts I've taken where I would if I was really locked in, I'd be like, okay, no, that's actually not gonna work. But I'm so like talking right now that it's just hard to really make the right decisions. And even there, like a wide open layup just sent out of here by Duncan. So they're actually, I was to say that would have been perfect. Like look like Worthy's gonna get the block there. But the big technique I wanted to really show you guys is I'll do it again here. Call for a screen. Hopefully we get one here to demonstrate. And um, I actually didn't time it right there. That wasn't a right. I didn't time that right at all. So look at Duncan. Just kind of came out on the kick. He doesn't really even want to shoot. So that's their biggest weakness is you just want to all ball with Worthy. Um, and just play some tight defense. Like I said, you gonna if you're not even close on the first couple of games, you're just gonna have to keep doing it until you get to a point where you can score comfortably, and then defend comfortably, and hopefully get a. You should be able to get an average of stop every maybe 3 plays. On defense, you should be able to get a stop every at least 3 plays by them. So they may score 4 points, and you should be able to get a stop on it before they can score the 6 point. So and at that pace, you should hopefully get at least 4 rebounds before the game gets near the end. And then if you really take off on defense, you should then be able to like I said, start doing calling for the screen. And the reason I used to do that farther out. I would do it like from the 3 point line. I would call for a screen at the 3 point line, shoot a three at the 3 point line. The reason that is worse than a mid range is because the ball bounces really crazy. If you do a mid range and they both close out on the shooter, that pitch Worthy right under the basket already. He's just automatically under the basket just from the screen, just from coming off the screen. He's automatically all right. Demonstrate here. Wait, can I do it? Oh, I can actually stand too. Okay, here Worthy's picking, and then the shooter's coming off. Okay, but like, once again, Worthy's picking, and then you just come in. I already demonstrated this. You guys saw it in game, but the thing I'm just trying to clarify is he's gonna be right here, right under the rim. You're shooting a mid range right here. Hopefully, like you said, you want to miss it. It's usually gonna bounce just right off the rim. It's just gonna be right off the rim. So let me see. Demonstrate here. Bad shot. Look at how it just bounced. Worthy should be able to get that if he's right under the rim. And both of them closes out on the shooter. Hopefully, is what happens. Look at that roll right off the top, but Worthy would have grabbed that. So many of these rebounds would be so. I think I did this and got 3 of them, and I got the 3 I needed to win or get 8. And I was at 19. The score was like 19-14, and I did that like 3 times or so, and I got all the rebounds I needed with Worthy. And I finished the game off. I scored 21 points and I was done. So yeah, basically my biggest tip, like I said, is you have to play defense. And I'm gonna say, okay, here's the strat. Before you get to around 18, 19 points, if you don't have at least 4 rebounds with Worthy, just quit. Quit the game and start over. You need to take the lead, and you need to start. You need to really, really get the lead on them. Like really, like you need to just shut them down as best as you can and go up at least 5, 7 points on them. Once you get 18, 19, hopefully I really say 19 is better because that way you can just go ahead and win. But if you struggle at shooting, maybe 18 is better. If like 18 puts you at still a big chance that they can easily. I don't know. I don't. It's a mental thing. I just comfortable being at 19 where I can just and win when I need. But yeah, 19 or 18, whatever. Just obviously or 20 if you want to do 20, that's fine too. If instead of 18, I guess, and then 20, and then say 20, 12, and you have 4 rebounds, you just do that technique. And just shoot off the pick, off the screen, shoot and miss. Hopefully, and do it. Just do it on every screen. Make sure it looks like you're gonna draw in both defenders. You see what I'm talking about. Sometimes close out, and that's what you want is for both of them to close out. I'm sorry I couldn't be a little bit more helpful. I wish I had recorded the video of me actually winning the game and doing it. Then explaining it. Um, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Trust me, it took me at least 40, 50 tries. I think. at least 4 or 5 hours. So this no, actually maybe took me 6, 7 hours actually. So yeah, a lot of time wasted on that one challenge. So I hope Bill Russell's definitely worth it. But he was last year when he was. I had his goat card, so I enjoyed his goat card. So hopefully this year he's just as good. But anyways, man, I hope this was helpful. It's really hard to explain, but I think the biggest thing I just want to get across is this setup of how you want to get it done and what you want to do to get those final rebounds. Because like I said, they're not gonna miss 8 times. That if you can manage to make them miss 8 times, I don't know. You need to show me what defense you were playing, but you should be able to get at least 4 stops and hopefully. And this is where the problem really comes is you're gonna really not get that many offensive stops. You're really gonna rely on a lot of at least 3 to 4 of your at least almost half of your rebounds need to come from offensive rebounds because you're just not gonna get that many stops. If you cannot manage to do this within 20 more points, don't worry about it. Keep the ball going. Okay, make sure one player has an even number. Make sure the other one team has an even number. The other has an odd number, and just keep going back and forth. And don't let them score threes. Just keep going back and forth. You will eventually get a stop. And when you get that stop, do that screen and shoot play I just showed you guys. And you may get some more rebounds that way. But that's pretty much the drill is you wanna go back and forth 21, 22, then you score 23, and then they score 24, and you just trying to keep getting stops, and then when you get them stops, hopefully you get a defensive rebound there, and then you do that screen shot. Hopefully you get an offensive rebound there, and that can be 2 rebounds in one play or the course of one I guess break. So yeah, that works. But other than that, like you just can't rely on defense. I just don't think because you can, but Worthy just won't get every rebound. That's the problem is he will not get every single rebound. It's so many games where defense alone, our team might have had like 10, 11 rebounds total. But when it came to Worthy, he may have only had like 5 of those rebounds out of the 11. So it's really hard to get all 8 with him alone. It's not. I wouldn't say impossible to get 8 stops, but it's almost impossible for him to get every single rebound because he's just not going to be in the right position every single time to get those rebounds. And obviously you're playing with other 99 cards, so they're going to steal the rebounds from him as well. So yeah, like I said, you just want to set it up, get the lead, and you just want to be able to get to a point where you can do as many of those screen and shot as you can. So do as many of those as you can. Get to a point where you're up by like maybe 7, 8, and do as many of those as you can before they catch up, and then you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you get all 8 you with Worthy. Then hopefully you can close out from there. One problem, like I said, I got 8 rebounds, but could not win the game after I got the 8. So that was tough. But luckily we just got it done there. Hope this was helpful, man. I wish I had the video to actually be a little bit so you could see exactly what I did. But yeah, that strat worked. Like I said, with the shooting, I was able to get 3 rounds, and I was able to get the other 5 just simply by playing good defense. And it was just a lucky game. Sometimes they're just gonna have bad games for whatever reason. They're gonna have bad games. Now I'm finna do this double double, and I'll let you guys know how this turned out. My plan here is to actually get 10 assists. So I'm gonna go to 30 points if possible. Against who is the team I'm going? Steph Magic, Ben Simmons. Okay. Uh, wait. The best PGs in history, and they pit Ben Simmons. Maybe they just needed a big body, but why would they put Ben Simmons in here? That makes no sense. I guess to make this team balanced, but like he's not one of the best point guards in history, but okay. I would have respected him more if they put Luke or somebody there. But okay, we'll see about this one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hope this was helpful. I'm sorry if it may not have been what exactly you're looking for, like a complete video breakdown. Like I didn't have the footage of the game, so it's hard to. I had to explain it with no visuals, so I'm sorry about that. Tried to do a game, but I don't think it was that helpful. But I did showed you guys pretty much what I wanted to, so I feel confident on it. Hope you guys can do well on it. Once again, Red Iverson, we're out. Peace.